Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Blue Maximo and I'm here checking out Real Fishing Masters Challenge. Bit of an odd game for me to be looking at, but anyway. We'll go and load the game that I've been playing. I've been playing for about 2 hours at this point. At stage 2.5 apparently. So, this is a very odd game. I never thought there'd be another one of these on the Vita, mainly because... Correct me if I'm wrong. Actually, no, I am wrong on that. I think I am anyway, but there was another fishing game that was very similar to this by the name of Let's Fish Hooked On, and I'm surprised that the game actually did alright enough to warrant bringing this over. But anyway, this is Real Fishing, so let's go and actually have a look at this game, shall we? We've got our mission, our shop, our records, and our aquarium, so I'm going to go to the shop first. Won't take much to explain what this is. This is a fishing game. So you come here and you've got both quests for this from this guy, and as you can see here, you just have to catch a couple of specific fish. You can also talk to him about stuff, but that's pretty much useless until he has quests to give you, or you can go and buy some items. These items include lures, rods, and aquarium stuff, and I imagine there's more down the bottom there, but again, I've only been playing for 2 hours. I like to think I've got a decent grip on what this game is, but, you know, I generally don't tend to play games for very long before doing these videos, because, you know, first impressions and all that. Nevertheless, I'm just going to stock up on some bait just in case. I like keeping stocked up on my bait. So down in the records, we have the free play mode, which lets you go fishing in any of the areas you've been to so far. I've been to 7. And it actually tells you what all the fish are there, so that's quite nice. I've got the mission list here. I've been through 15 missions. And the missions are just go catch X amount of fish at this location. We've also got a fish list here, which lets you check how many fish you've caught. There's 30 freshwater and 30 saltwater fish, and it's a trophy to catch every fish at every size. So you'll be kept occupied for a while, and you've also got an item list. So you got lists for everything, which is neat. And you can also come here to history, it just shows all your stats. So I've caught 52 fish. And I've been playing for nearly 2 hours. So, and we've also got the aquarium, where every fish that you catch, you can put on display in this aquarium. So we can actually see some of the fish up close, and you can also buy toys and objects. So I've bought a pink dolphin, a killer whale, and a red ray. And you can also change the layout of the tank. I'll come back to that at the end, because I want to go earn a few more points, and then I'll go and buy a couple of objects to customize the tank with. But anyway, we're going to go on a mission. The game actually does have a story, funnily enough. It's very thin on the ground, obviously, but I mean, this is Natsumi. They had something to do with Harvest Moon, and Harvest Moon has no fucking story. I think they have something to do with Harvest Moon at the very least. That's what I remember. But anyway, our mission here is to catch 3 spotted knife jaws with the black crab tackle. And we have infinite time to do it, and we'll get 700 points if we do it. So let's go do that. So, here we are. Now, the first thing I have to point out about this game is that it's very pretty. It's not very technically competent. But at the same time, it's very pretty. I mean, I'm going to turn the volume up for a few seconds. You just sit back and take this all in. I mean, for atmosphere, that's a good fucking job. I'm impressed. I mean, I'm not particularly a fan of fishing or anything. I just bought this because I thought I would do a video for it on the channel just to see how it is after Let's Fish. But for atmosphere, they fucking nailed it. Holy hell. That is some goddamn amazing atmosphere. So if we hit square, we can select our tackle and we can also select our rod. I only have 2 rods. So I've got the beginner's rod and the violet sapphire rod. And the violet sapphire rod is just better in every sense, so we'll be holding onto that. And thankfully, you can see what fish you can get from here, and you can also automatically set what bait you need to the bait that you are using by just by using the square button. So you don't have to go through and just look at all the bait And you can also just buy bait directly. So if you don't have the right bait, just tap buy a few times and you've got all you need. It's a really simple system. It makes the game more It makes the game very arcadey. It's not a fishing simulator, although some might say it is. It's definitely more arcadey, but that tends to work in its favor, if you ask me. We can also come down here to the menu, so you can go straight to the mission. You can check what your objective was. You can go to the shop. You can go back to your cabin. You can also come here and change stuff. So we can turn the guide gauge on and off. Not entirely sure what this does, actually. I haven't tried it, but we'll just leave it on for the purpose of demonstration. And by the way, this can all be controlled with touch controls or buttons, or anything in between. So this does actually work on PlayStation TV, and you never know. Are you a fan of fishing? You might buy this on your PlayStation TV. But anyway, I just screwed up that cast, but oh well, we'll just get that back. So to cast, you hold in the circle button, or you tap and hold the blinking yellow circle in the middle, and you release at whatever power you like, and there you go. Your crab will drop in, or your bait or whatever, and it'll start either sinking or floating around or whatever. And fish will come and immediately try and get their greasy little mouths on it. Don't you look at me like that, you know you're a derpy little fish. Who's a derpy little fish? Oh, you cheeky bastard. Okay, so now that we have a hook on, you just press up whenever the fish comes to hook it on. Then you have your three buttons on the right, the square, triangle, and circle button. Square is fast, triangle is medium, circle is slow. You want to try and keep it within that bar on the left there. And you want to keep pulling them in as fast as you possibly can, and once you got it in far enough, you will get the fish. That was a grass pufferfish. So I got points for that, and I got a new record for it. Alright, so... And this is basically what the game is. In the 2 hours that I've been playing, it really hasn't changed that much. I mean, you can use the L and R button to zoom the camera in and out here, by the way, but you can't actually move your camera view around. You just have the... Oh, I think that's the fish I'm looking for. Let's see if I can get its attention. Oops, something else got it. That tends to happen a fair bit in this game. But this is basically the whole game. When the fish is being reeled in, those arrows appear down the bottom of the screen. And if your line tension is high when you hit those arrows, the line tension will be taken away. So you can just exploit it to get the fish in really fast. And this is actually quite useful for the levels that time you with a specific amount of catches. But, I mean, other than that, this is all this game is. It's just throwing your line in and then just reeling it in at the specific speeds you need to keep the fish on the line, right? There's really not that much else to it. I mean, some people might argue that the aquarium is something else to it. Keep your favorite fish in, and I will be showing off the aquarium. Trust me, I actually set one up just for the purpose of actually demonstrating for showing off some of the game's fish. But this is basically all the game is. It's weirdly active music while trying to catch a fish. This sort of active music would actually scare away a fish, according to my father, at the very least. He always tried to get me to go fishing, but I never really liked it. It's a sport of patience. And this game doesn't really have the sport of patience sort of mindset to it. It is a very arcadey fishing sim, but at the same time, it's very easy to imagine someone just sitting down on a lounge or something. That's one big fucking fish. It's very easy to see someone just sitting down on a lounge on their PlayStation TV, or someone just on a bus with the sound turned off, just going fishing for a few spotted knife jaws, or a few... I don't even know the names of these fish. They keep slipping out of my head. Like bluegills or salmon or whatever. I can just imagine that being a thing. But then I can also imagine some people being upset at buying the game and realizing that it's literally just going and catching all the fish you possibly can with the same set of mechanics over and over again, basically. The different rods might give you something like a little bit more money, or it might provide a bit more challenge by making you work harder to not snap the line. But this is really all the game is. And it is repetitive and it is minimalistic, but at the same time, I'm not going to fault it because it really is a fairly relaxing time, even with this bloody rock music going on in the background out of nowhere when you hook one on. And it really is a pretty game. It has a really nice atmosphere to it. And I mean, seriously, I mean, seriously, just this sort of shot here just looks absolutely magnificent. Even if it isn't that technically competent, they do the job of just making it look nice and making it easy to relax. The localization isn't that fantastic, but I mean, there's only one or two typos here and there. I'm actually going back to the shop so I can show you my favorite typo, because they actually left one in a item. But yeah, it's alright localization. It's definitely not the level of Sword Art Online or whatever. I wish it had more to it, like maybe tournaments or something. Just something that would add a little bit more variety to the overall part of the game, but it's doing okay so far. I just wish it wasn't so expensive. 30 bucks for this is a pretty tough ask. Here's my favorite typo, by the way. Where is it? It's here somewhere. I swear it's here somewhere. I know it is. Was it this? I think... There it is! Medium rare! Medium rare! Sorry. Anyway, so we're gonna buy a couple of objects here. I'll buy, let's see, what do we got? So yeah, you can come here and buy toys and stuff. There's a ton of stuff you can buy here. It's kind of neat. You're always earning more money for, like, your... You're always earning more money to customize your tank and everything. It's kind of neat. Anyway, we'll buy a couple of things here. I do wish it had more to it, like tournaments and maybe just stuff like that, you know? Just think of more ways to... Just give me more stuff to do other than a straight story and a couple of quests off to the side that I can go and do in free play. I just wish there was more to it than that. The story, I imagine, goes for something close to... Didn't mean to go into that. Something close to like 50 missions. At least according to the trophy list. I wish there was more to it. If it had more to it, if it had more like tournaments and stuff like that, I would be able to say maybe even people who don't like fishing should give this a look. And maybe if it was cheaper, obviously, but 30 bucks makes me sit back and think, well, guys, you're either going to have to make this worth my time a little bit more, or you're going to have to... Where are my toys? I just bought some. Like, where are they? Wait, do I have to... No, it's not here. That's weird. Okay, I have no idea how that mode works. Not entirely sure what's causing that. Oh wait, maybe they can only go on the saltwater tank. Let me check the saltwater tank. That would make more sense. So you can just place down objects wherever you like. And we'll just hit preview, just have a quick look at them. Yeah, makes sense to me. Bit strange you can't put them in the freshwater tank. But anyway, we're going to go back to the freshwater tank so you can see a bunch of the fish that I've gone and caught. So you can also select your fish here. So you've got a bunch of different fish. You can pick whatever fish you caught, as whatever fish you've already caught, as I said earlier. So where's the fish that I actually went and caught? I think it was the silver arowana, was it? No. Silver arowana, the largemouth bass. We'll just... Yeah. 'Cause why not, right? And now we can go back and we can actually have a look in the tank. And we can hide the display, and we can actually draw all the fish's attention to us, and you can even see the red manta toy there. And there's the killer whale, and there's the pink dolphin in the background, and you all have the derpiest faces. You can even feed them. It's just... It's a nice little bonus. I can imagine this sort of dollhouse style thing appealing to a lot of people. It doesn't really appeal to me, but I mean, it looks really nice. Imagine if you could have this as like an alarm clock. Just set a specific time, put it on a charging cradle or something, and just have it sitting there as a screensaver while you as an alarm clock. That would be a nice little touch, but unfortunately they didn't think of that. Hi everybody! Yeah, graphics in this game are great. They did a really good job with what they had on the Vita, I have to say. So that was a quick look at Real Fishing Masters Challenge. It is enjoyable, it's very thin on the ground, and it doesn't have that much outside of going along the linear story and doing a couple of quests off on the side. But at the same time, if you're willing to spend the $30 and you're knowing exactly what you're getting into when you do buy this game, then I can say go ahead. I would like it. I would be happier to recommend it if it was a lot cheaper though. If it was like $10 to $15, I'd recommend it a lot more. Also, funnily enough, all those graphics, like, you know what, just for the purpose... I didn't actually mean to touch that. Where am I going exactly? Probably not to the right place. So I'll go and show off just... Wrong thing. I'll show off just one more location in the free play mode. This is the first location to go to, so we'll just have a quick look at it. Loading times are pretty good as well. But yeah, look, another really good looking location. Not that technically competent, but it looks really good. And it's really relaxing. And you want to know how big this game is? 187 meg. That's incredible. That really is. That's for 187 megabytes, I would expect this to be a lot bigger. Or to be a lot uglier, or just, yeah, take your pick on whatever bloody analogy I'm trying to use here. But yeah, that's my opinion on Real Fishing Masters Challenge. If you know what you're getting into and you're willing to spend the money, then go ahead. Otherwise, probably worth waiting for a sale. This has been Blue Maxima, and I'll see you all next time.